Hello everyone, my name is Julia and I just want to welcome you to my very first screencast recording video. So for today, I'm going to be focusing on two different websites, both that have very different missions and purposes, but they both share very relevant and valuable perspectives to the cooking industry and the cooking world in general. So first up, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about All Recipes. All Recipes is my go-to website for any type of recipe I could possibly need. So when first looking at the homepage, you can see how vibrant and full of color and pictures the website is, which I am hoping to incorporate more in my own personal website. I also like the fact that you don't even have to read the recipe name or captions, and you immediately, just by the picture, you know if that's a recipe you want to try, and it's inviting to you. Another part that I like about this website is the fact that they have a ranking system for each recipe. On a scale from 1 to 5 stars, you can see more about what other people think of the recipe after trying it, and if it's worth your while trying out the recipe as well. So if I go into Baked Old Bay salmon, another feature that I like is the review section. So this review section allows people to go in a little more detail about what they liked or disliked about the recipe. I personally like looking at the reviews because normally people share their own tips and how they would develop the recipe a little bit further to make it better, and I try to incorporate their suggestions into the recipe as well while trying it. So another part of this website that I love so much is the search bar. So I personally am gluten-free, so immediately when coming to this website, I search up gluten-free recipes. And immediately it filters out any of the recipes that incorporate gluten and have wheat or flour in it, and I have a vast variety of different recipes to choose from. I even can go to the sidebar on the left and filter out the recipes even further by ingredients. So another feature of this website that I like as well is the Explore column. So this Explore column categorizes the recipes by different important substantial sections. So this could be the type of protein that's incorporated in the recipe, or when the occasion of the recipe is. So for example, if it's a chicken, beef, or pork recipe, or if it's a breakfast, lunch, or dinner recipe. So immediately when coming to the website, I sometimes go straight to the Explore page and search up the type of food I want, and I get hundreds of recipes using chicken, for example. So flipping over to the next website that I love so much is this website's called Chef's Pencil. It's a little bit different than all recipes because it's aimed at a different audience. It's aimed at chefs in general, cooking professionals, as well as culinary students. They do have a recipes tab like all recipes, but they're a little bit more elegant and elevated recipes. So personally for me, just starting out my cooking journey, they're not my go-to recipes just yet. I'm hoping one day they will be, but they're a little bit too difficult for me to accomplish right now. So the feature of the website that I do like is the food news and food atlas portions. Both of these sections I don't see very frequently on websites, so I found it very unique about this one. So the food atlas section basically breaks down the recipes into the type of cuisine they are in. So whether they're European, African, South American, Middle Eastern, so many different cuisines they have, and there's so many different cuisines I never knew had many recipes, let alone knew what foods they incorporated, that I was very educated by this website. I also love the food news section. So I don't see many blogs doing this right now, but basically this website goes to Washington Post and New York Times and collects all the most relevant and most important news articles that are happening internationally as well as domestically, and puts them right into this little section that is my go-to whenever I'm interested in what's going on in the world today. So these are the two websites I am hoping to gain some features from and incorporate into my own website in the future. Thanks for listening.